tell me what your name is and if it's okay to broadcast your image on public service?
Sure, my name is Kim Burke, and yes, it's okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, we're here with Kim today. She's going to tell us why she came to see Janet Reno. Can you tell us why you came down here, and are you familiar with her campaign at all?
Yes, I've followed Janet Reno since Miami. The first time I heard her speak was in junior high school, and she's just motivated me to follow her campaign and vote her definitely in for governor this year.
Is there any issues that you're not happy with that you definitely want to see her change?
I think the governor's doing a good job, but I just know that Janet Reno's philosophies and her ideas, I really back what she stands for, and she's a very very wonderful candidate. She needs to be recognized and understood.
So do you give her your full support on everything that she decides to do that you might not be happy with?
100%. I've had things that I've disagreed with in the past, maybe judgment calls, but I strongly support whatever she does just because of her respectability. I can't even begin to tell you how much I respect what she does.
Do you feel the voting system is fair and partial right now since it's been changed?
I was a little frustrated with the elections for president of 2000, so I will let you see Janet Reno yourself. But yes, I would love to see change, and I think she could bring that about in a fair and just way.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, we're here with Janet Reno. She's walking up the sidewalk now.
No, I don't, sir.
You're very fortunate to have a commissioner of his stature.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Harding.
Thank you.
You want to do handheld or what?
The AmeriCorps program, and we used to go to work release centers and at-risk youth. I can tell you this visit is going well. We're delighted that Ms. Reno has stopped through Orange County. We want to make sure that we get the best person possible in the governor's seat in this election, and we're encouraged by the meeting. We talked a lot, we asked a lot of questions, and of course she had a lot of answers. But this whole process is going to unfold over the next 9 months, so I'll be talking to not only her but to the other two candidates that are also running for this election and trying to make the best representation of this county for African Americans and Hispanics to make sure we get someone that understands our needs. And that's what the basis of this meeting is today, to kind of get an understanding with Ms. Reno and with her campaign as to how African Americans, Hispanics, and how women fit into it. And that's what we've discussed today.
I am Marjorie Brown.
Can you tell us how you feel about Miss Reno's appearance, and are you very privileged to have her stop by your shop?
Well, you've just said I have to tell you how very privileged, and it is true. I'm very privileged. I am glad that this is one of the locations they have chosen to stop here in Orlando, and that means that this particular business is of importance to the community and to the area, and like I said, I'm privileged to have her right here, you know, as one of her stops.
Okay. Were you disappointed that you didn't get to ask her anything in particular?
Well, to a certain degree, I know that they have an agenda, and it's a quick stop, and there are a few questions I'd like to ask her, but she will be back here for lunch, not today, and I'll get the opportunity to ask her the questions I'd like to ask her.
Did she already set up a date for her next appearance here?
Not yet.
So are you in touch with her people? Are you in touch with her people?
I believe that if she says she's going to be back here for lunch, she'll make it possible.
So is your vote pretty sealed, or do you still up in the air about a few issues?
My vote, it is sealed.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay, now here we are. We're going over to Azalea Park because we did not get a specific interview with Ms. Reno, although we did interview Commissioner Hardage, which was very nice for him to stop and talk to us. But we feel like if we go over to Azalea Park that we will be able to get an interview with Ms. Reno since she has seen us at the other place. She will know that we're really big fans of hers and want to know what she thinks about education, conservation, and a lot of other issues. But we're going to try to ask her what we can in the short amount of time that she will give us. We don't know where her pickup truck is. That's what they said. She was in a pickup truck, but she's not. She's in a blue car, and we're going to find her. And we're getting ready to turn on 436. We got another crew following us, and we don't know where they're from. This is Jennifer Roper reporting for OTV.
Okay. Can you tell us how you feel about Miss Reno stopping by your place of establishment?
We're actually very excited, and we want to give her our full support, her and along with Mary Johnson. And we will do whatever it takes to show our support for her in whatever campaign she wants to run for.
Do you have any questions in particular that you're ready to ask her?
My one question that I would like to ask her is, what is she planning to do with small businesses in the the state of Florida, and how she plans to help us out in the education program as well.
Okay, great. Now, has you ever had the opportunity to meet Miss Reno before?
No, I have not, and we, along with my parents, are all looking forward to it. We want to welcome her here.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Can you tell us about what you feel about Miss Reno, and are you familiar with her campaign at all, and about how you feel about her stopping by your place of establishment?
Well, that's the reason I'm here. I'm an attorney. She's an attorney. I know her when she was the state attorney in Miami, when she was the Attorney General of the United States. I've always liked the way she practices law, so I want to see what are her plans for the state of Florida, and particularly for the Hispanic community. So that's why I'm here today, to see what she has to offer and what she has to say.
So do you have any particular questions that you're ready to just fire at her?
Yes, as probably you're very aware, the Hispanic community is 25% of Yolanda population, but in the judiciary, only we have less than 1% represented. What will she do to increase those numbers? What will her plans be?
Okay. Now, how do you feel about some of the other local issues, like the FCAT exam? Do you feel that maybe that should be terminated?
Definitely, that is should be terminated, and in particular, if you're going to tamper with it, to make it easier and easier and easier, or either you make a test that is fair for everybody, or just terminate it at this point.
How do you feel about the local tourist tax that's trying to be passed through the Senate right now?
Well, the tourist tax, what I don't like is the sales tax that they're trying to pass right now. Is the one that I'm concerned about, and that's what I want to see what you say about that. I don't see why, if I go to see an attorney, I should be paying taxes, and other things that have been tax exempt should be I should be paying taxes when they just gave away over $2 billion of tax-free to other people, and the intangible taxes that they changed 2 years ago. Say you don't have to pay intangible taxes, but now we're going to tax something else. You know, taking from Pierre to take from Paul is something that I'm very concerned. I want to see what she has to say about that.
Now, do you feel Jeb Bush is running a good institution for his cleaning up the Everglades? Do you feel that Ms. Reno might be better at stepping up to the plate on that kind of issue?
She's always had a very strong position on the Everglades. I'm not too sure that Jeb Bush is doing anything positive for the Everglades right now.
Do you feel Ms. Reno will be able to help clear up the tourist recession?
I think that's something national. I really think that nobody should be trying to false with that. At this point, after 9/11, the tourism is bad in the whole United States, and I think that's something that's going to come back eventually, but I don't think that it's just one governor could take care of that, really.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you tell us how the public support has been so far on your campaign drive today?
I have been encouraged by the people that I've met. I have learned a lot from Commissioner Hardage and Commissioner Johnson, and it's important for me to listen and to learn as I go to understand how the state can be a better partner with state and local governments.
Okay, great. And can you tell us how you feel about the population growth in Florida growing so fast, about conservation?
I think it's important that we manage our growth in the right way, so as we grow, we have the resources, the infrastructure, and the services necessary to support the growth.
Okay. And can you tell us some about the biggest issues you have for us getting changed about your election?
I think the most important issue is how we make our public school system one of the best in the country, competitive with others, how we provide health care for all Floridians, and how we address the issue of public safety to continue to reduce violence. I think it is important that we preserve our environment by managed growth, by addressing the water supply and water quality issues in an effective and comprehensive manner.
And can you tell us what your views on the FCAT exam? Do you feel it's making progress, or would you like to see a better system made?
I think the FCAT exam consumes teachers' and students' time in testing, which could be better served in teaching and learning. I think you can develop exams and systems for accountability that achieve the same purpose without reducing the time spent on learning.
Okay.
One last quick question.
Okay. Ms. Reno, thank you so much.